What's up, fam? Glad to see you today. We're really excited to talk about an upcoming travel plan.
So before we share our upcoming travel plans with you guys, we kind of wanted to share just a little bit about the beginning of our story and the origins there, because it kind of ties into our travel plans.
And we also thought this would be really cool because there's a lot of you who joined us for the first time in the last month or so. And so we want to say welcome to our Z Roll. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and watching our life and all that kind of good stuff. So this is actually pretty cool because it's going to explain like why we started YouTube and all that as well.
So it all started with us just watching YouTube. We were just checking out different channels that showed different tips and tricks for the Disney Cruise Line, because we were getting ready for our Disney cruise and we were super excited. And we stumbled across a channel that we loved with their Disney Cruise Line content, and so much so we ended up watching their whole channel of everything in a weekend.
Yeah, we binge watched their channel in a weekend. And it was funny because before we stumbled upon them, we were kind of in our heads kind of brewing like, oh my goodness, like these are great tips and tricks that people had, but we also had some that we didn't really see on there yet.
Yeah.
And we were kind of thinking like, oh man, that would be kind of fun to just, film that, whatever, but nothing really clicked until we were done that weekend and we binged through all of their content. And you guys probably, some of you know who we're talking about, but we're gonna wait to tell you that. And then all of a sudden we looked at each other and we're like, let's start a YouTube channel.
Okay, let's do it.
It was literally that conversation. It was like, they inspired us to start YouTube. And before all of this, when we were dating, when we were first married, you can, in our phones, live vlogs.
Really, truly.
Yeah. We would document everything. That's who we have been.
I know, and it makes me look back and think, who were we really doing it for? I think it was just for ourselves. Because we look back and be like, okay, it's Christmas morning. Hey, we're doing this.
Yeah. Even and vacations and stuff. We documented our vacations and road trips, and I have no idea why.
Yeah.
But I think it was just showing us that we enjoyed to do this.
Enjoyed it, yeah.
We love being creative in that kind of way. And so we fell in love with these guys and we decided to let's do this. And so what do? You grab a notebook and a pen and you start just jotting down names for your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you do, right? That's how you start a YouTube channel. And so we sat there and we just started writing things down. I think we had one that was like Zachman Vlogs, and we had a bunch of, and then Lacey blew me away because she's like, what about this? What about our Z Roll? And I was like, done. That is fantastic. And the reason why is because I'm a videographer. I love video. We love movies. And there's usually the A cam, which is like kind of what this is right here. And there's that B cam that comes in that shows B-roll, or it shows kind of adds to the story. Like if a documentary, they're talking about their life and all of a sudden, it goes back to their childhood, that kind of thing. And so we're like, well, Z-roll is our life. And so it's kind of like the B-roll. It's kind of like what we're up to and just kind of documenting Zachman's life, know? And so there was, our Z Roll was born. And so then we made a logo, we made an intro video, we made a YouTube channel, all before Monday morning.
I remember you bust out the camera and you're like, okay, we're gonna go film. I'm like, oh, we're really doing this?
Yeah. Yes.
And then it just didn't stop 3 years later.
Because our first video we filmed was the tips and tricks. And then we had that, but we're like, well, we kind of need to explain who we are. And so we did a YouTube video. I remember going in our back, there's a canal behind us. I don't know why I'm throwing this pen away, man. But there's a canal behind us, and we just literally walked in the canal and talked about our YouTube channel. In a weekend. Yeah. We did all that. And so some of you who are like, should I start a YouTube channel? Do it. Do it in a weekend. We did it. But anyway, the reason why we wanted to share all that is I think it's great for, maybe some of you guys don't know why we're on YouTube and how we started and all that kind of stuff. But B is because what our travel plan is. So instead of us telling you who it is, and you guys probably have a pretty good idea, some of you, we're gonna kind of show you. We're gonna use B-roll to show you, but this is the clip that made us fall in love with this channel, made us fall in love with them. It was weird. I don't know how to explain it, but right when we saw this clip, and we watched a lot of YouTube before this, this was the first scene, the first clip, the first video we saw of them. And right when we saw this scene, I looked at Lacey and I was like, I love these guys.
And then you said, and we're going to meet them one day. And I'm like, you're crazy.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? I said, we're going to meet them someday. And she's like, what are you talking about? Like, why? I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I had this like weird, it was weird.
It was weird.
If love at first sight, I believe in love at first sight. I don't know what else to say, but it was so weird that I turned to her and said, we're going to meet them someday. Like, I feel like we can meet them. I feel like there are people. It was so weird. I've never said that to anyone.
No.
Ever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this was the clip.
Good morning, guys. It's Disney Cruise Day. Let's get going.
Okay, so obviously we're talking about Lake Life, and that was the scene, guys. That was the scene where all of our Z Roll was born. And it just watching that again just brings back so many fun memories of us binge watching their channel, us coming up with the logo, coming up like just building our Z Roll from that scene.
It's interesting that in that scene there is coffee. So
it is very interesting.
Could contribute to that first sight of love. That love at first sight.
It could be a very good chance that it was the coffee. You know, I don't know. It's crazy, but needless to say, our travel plan is what, Lacey?
We're going to Alaska.
We're going to Alaska.
I am so excited. We have never been to Alaska.
Never been.
We don't even know what to expect. We are so excited, and it was just one of those things where like, why don't we just go and visit Adam and Sherry in Alaska? What better people to show us Alaska? And
there is none.
So excited.
None.
So it's actually our anniversary trip. Last year was our 10-year anniversary, and we didn't really get to do anything.
We were planning on doing
goes.
something just us, like leave the kids here, do something special, and obviously we know why that happened in 2020.
Yeah.
But this is the year, so like, hey, let's take a rain check for this year.
Yeah, 11-year will be in Alaska.
11-year will be in Alaska. So we are planning on traveling during our anniversary.
Yeah.
And so we'll be there for like a long weekend. Guys, we're just excited just to hang out, drink some coffee.
Yeah.
And just chill.
Yeah. We don't have like major expectations of things we have to do or have to see. I mean, it would be cool to see like some whales or sea lions or something if we do some kind of like cruising. I don't know. We'll see. But we're just excited.
We're excited just to hang out.
To meet Sherry. We haven't met Sherry before.
That's the crazy thing.
Really excited about that.
We have never met Sherry in person.
Yeah, we've met Adam. He came here to Idaho. We have a vlog about that. We'll link down below. So that was really cool. We talked at Chick-fil-A for a really long time, and it was amazing. So,
and I guess that's the thing too we never really mentioned, but how like we came to know Adam and Sherry was through YouTube. It was just through communication and contact, and I remember we made our first video explaining that, hey, this channel inspired us to do a YouTube video, and I sent that video to Adam and Sherry. Said, hey, we just talked about you guys. Thank you so much for inspiring us to do this.
And I remember they comment back, and you're like, guess what?
I was not expecting a comment back. I was not expecting any of that. And they commented back like, oh man, we're excited to follow your journey. It was just cool to see how the relationship, progressed. Like, Adam, like you're saying, Adam came down and visited us and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, it's cool how if you look at back these last 3 years, and now we're good friends. And it was great. I have no words other than we're just so excited to head down to Alaska to hang out with you guys, to officially meet Sherry in the flesh. But we're excited, guys.
Oh, and don't forget Missy.
And I cannot forget Missy. We'll be meeting Missy in the flesh.
Yes. So there we go, guys. Those are our upcoming travel plans this summer. We're going to Alaska. So fun to actually say that.
It feels good.
Feels good.
We're going to Alaska.
Going to Alaska.
Just say that. It has a ring to it.
But thank you guys again. Like we shared before, we do have a lot of you guys that are now following us, and so welcome to our channel. You're gonna see Disney, because we do love Disney, but also just a lot of just our family and life in Idaho. So we're excited for you guys to follow along with us.
Yeah, that's a good point. We don't live near Disney.
We do not.
So we live in Idaho. So I mean, it's like there's gonna be times when it's not just Disney related.
Right.
However, you're gonna see a lot of Disney stuff coming up because we have some reviews and some things that from our last trip and all that stuff. So thanks for sticking around with us, guys. We love you so much, and you have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you here real soon.
Bye.
Bye, guys.